Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is John. I am a illustration, painting, fine art student. I love to paint. I would like to be an artist, and I want to introduce all of you to my new channel. For the few ones who are watching this, the main idea of this channel is to create different preliminary and explorative studies of the great masters of the past of painting. And in this occasion, I want to bring you a exploratory study of a painting made by Singer Sargent. I do not remember the name. Oh yeah, I do remember now. It's called Violet. I think it's Violet Sargent, if I'm not mistaken. Made in 1886. So this will be a digital study of the painting. So far you only can see my screen, what I'm painting, not all the overall screen. I think it would be much comfortable for your eyes if you're watching this video at night in bed and you want to see how I paint. So I will try to make this study in possibly just I might be doing it in 1 hour or less. I just want to see how this goes and share with all of you my passion of art. So initially this is gonna be an experimental video of the concept of mixing real-time painting with soft-spoken, we can call it like that, not sure. And it's obviously a challenge to paint and talk at the same time, especially for me, because when you paint you gotta be really focused on what you do. But it's nice to also talk when you're painting. As you can see, I'm using Photoshop for this. I'm using Photoshop. It's an old version of Photoshop. It's actually, I think it's the 6th Photoshop CX 6, and I like these old versions of Photoshop because they are just, for me at least, really really easy to use. Really simple compared with the last versions. Anyone can use the version of Photoshop that they want, and experiment with all of them. I do have 2 versions of Photoshop right now. One is the CX5, and the other one is this one. And exactly, maybe during the process I can explain you some stuff about how I do paint. So just in case someone is learning as well as me, because we all are learning, can pick from my method and learn. So one of the things that I want to talk about, at least in this first video, is just that personally for me there is no a single method of creating a painting. There is no just one way of start a study or painting. For me, there are plenty of ways to start painting, honestly. And one thing that I'm sure about is that drawing is definitely one really important aspect of it. Drawing is the main pillar of any painting. Alright. Unfortunately, I got some technical issues with my Photoshop, especially when it comes to some shortcuts that I need to use in order to make everything easier. So I was gonna pick this color. Once again, this is just a study and a test for overall for the channel, and you cannot see it, but right now I have the original painting on my left side of the screen, and you will be actually able to see the original painting made by Sargent on the left part of your screen. once this video is uploaded. So far, I think there is no need to see everything. Okay, let's working on values and drawing at the same time. This is really important to be able to look at your paintings in different perspectives, because the eye can get used to what you're seeing, and there is when the malformations and the twisted things can happen. So there are many focal points on my painting right now that I want to tackle. The first thing that I want to tackle is the drawing. As I mentioned before, if there is no good drawing, or at least a decent drawing, there won't be a good painting. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. There will be moments, smiley face. There will be moments that I will be a little bit more focused on what I'm doing. It's tackling different aspects of what I think is problem solving with the drawing itself. Let's measure more things here on this part. Let's mix the face with the background. The background is not that important in the moment, at this point in the painting, but I like to play with all the painting at the same time I'm doing it. As you can see, I'm flipping the painting sometimes. And when you don't see the pointer on my main screen, is because I'm picking color from other windows, or I'm mixing color. You cannot see it right now. I hope you can see it in the future. Also you can tell that I'm playing with the color picker. I love to play with it. That was a little bit funny. And it's a little bit soft right now. Maybe some of you are wondering why is it so soft right now, like not showing too much, like it's appearing out of a mist, and it's kinda, well, I'd say like low contrasting. It's because I am playing with values. There are some values that I gotta take into account, and I don't know if you could hear that airplane, because I live in a place where many airplanes pass by. Also, I hope that you can, I don't know, hear my brush strokes on my tablet. My tablet. I will do my best so you can hear them, but don't worry, they will be more even noticeable in the upcoming videos. Okay. Let's lower all of this a little bit more. Let's mix it with the background. As you can see, right now I'm working with the normal Photoshop brushes, the circular one. Circular brush. Also, I do have a mechanic keyboard, and it can make some funny noises. Probably really relaxing for you. It can be probably kind of relaxing. I have to go back here. Okay. I see a little bit of weird drawing here. And here. Okay. Let's correct this a little bit more. Just gonna make this. Right now there's a huge difference in value here compared to here. The left of the right. But I think I can solve this somehow. I'm gonna try to flip it again. Let's play a little bit with my color. Uh, color. I have to constantly draw while I'm painting here. just like you're painting, but you have to continue drawing constantly. And don't forget that at the end you have to paint as you draw. And let me pick another value here. Let's play a little bit more with the values. Now that I'm painting the study of Violet, I'm starting to see like the resemblance with Sargent. It's it looks alike. Looks looks like Sargent. Yeah. Okay. Let's go a little bit closer. No, 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 with that color. No, with that one. Hello. We're still continue on with our painting. I have to pause the recording for a couple of minutes, but I'm here and we can continue. We can continue with this painting. So, the original painting, or at least the picture that I'm using as a reference of the painting, is really yellow. I'm not really sure if it's is due to the aging process of the painting, or it was the quality of the picture that I've got. But it's too yellow. So what I wanna try as well is to try to make it a little bit more realistic. Do you think we can do that? Let's try it. Let's try to make it a little bit more realistic. Obviously, with all the due respect that our Master Sergeant reserves, I'm gonna try to play with all. That's definitely a good advice for if you wanna paint, you wanna study some, you wanna make a study, you wanna make um I don't know, you just want to play, you know, just make paint. Like let's make painting a little bit more, a little bit less boring. So because it can be sometimes it can be really boring. You always think of the painting done already. You know, you don't normally think about all the process that there is behind every painting, each painting that you want to do, you want to make. There is always really a lot of effort and sweat with each painting, even if it's study, you know. But at the same time, it's just for me, study is to play with colors, with drawing, with what if. Play with the what if. What if Sargent would have done this in this way, for example? What if? Right? So now I'm going to do more of focus on different shapes of painting. And always paying attention to the drawing. Let's flip this. I think it's been a while now since I flipped this. Okay. I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm not going to be super detailed because I don't have the time, and I guess by this moment some of you probably fell asleep. So I'm not gonna put a lot of detail. This is just a story, this is just a experimentation. Game of studying a master and not making it just perfectly as it is. This is my own interpretation of the painting as well. For some of you, it can be a nice interpretation. For others, maybe it's just a yuck. Wow, why is he doing? What is this? That's not good. This is awful. Really bad. Yeah. But it's alright. Um, right now I'm thinking about something, some tones, some tone that I need. Darker, darker, definitely. Darker. Let's make it a little bit more. Let me get a little bit more crazy here. Just going to lower some parts here. Not this one. Not this one. And it's time to... There are plenty of places that I have to work in right now, but I just want to just give a glimpse of different parts of the painting features. No, like this. Probably. No, never mind, like this. Okay. Let's add a little bit more abstraction to this. Let's lose it a little bit. Huh. Okay. let's think a little bit more about the ear. This ear. Oh, sorry about that. Let's flip it. Let's work with reds. It's time to work a little bit on reds. Let's give a little bit of life to her. Not that kind of life. Oops. Yeah, I can actually screw up the painting. Thank God there is the undo tool, because no way. Sometimes it's really difficult. It's really difficult. Yeah. Let's think a bit about the hair. See how somehow I work in different parts of the painting as well. It's just I was doing the mouth, and suddenly I was working with the with the upper left side of the head. Okay. Just give me a second. I need to think a little bit about what am I doing. That's not good. You think this is better? Probably. Probably. Let's a bit on our hair. As I told you before, I don't want to be that detailed with this painting, with this study. I just want to try to figure out how he did things, but at the same time I'm experimenting with different aspects of the painting. Now I want to talk a little bit more about value. Why I want to talk about this now? Again, is because there is a moment that we need to think what is in light and what is in shadow. Also, bounce light and, as you can see on this painting, there is definitely a part that is in shadow, is the left side of the girl, and there is a part that is in like the right side. Everything that is in light, in the light side, is called the midtones, and that means that it's not like, technically speaking, and you have to like light, because light is beautiful. Everything that you see in light has more detail than the part that is in the shadow. So I'm going to work a little bit more in the on the lips. I'm sorry. For the sake of time for the video, I won't be that detailed as I told you before. But at the same time, I don't want to be... Oops. Let's play with the blues. Let's add a little bit more of blue. I don't know why I like the fact that her dress was... no, her gown, if I have to call it like that, was blue, or something going to the bluish side of the spectrum. Because... oh, not that blue. Not that blue, definitely. Not that blue. I'm just mixing some colors here. Maybe we can get something good out of this. So far, we can think about that gown later. Now, and sorry about my silence. Sometimes I just don't know what to say. I'm thinking. I'm trying my best to show the more important things of the features, like the more important things about the likeness of this woman, this girl. I really hope I really hope that you can hear the brush strokes of my tablet, but I'm not really sure if you can. Let me pick another color that can look good with this part that is on in the light side. I need to think. Maybe this one can help us. I'm gonna do this again. Now I'm going to start thinking about things that are a little bit more close. It's time to work a little bit more in a more swimming aspect. Micro concerns. This way. This way. Alright. Let's down. Let's go down. Let's go down, down. With the value again. And let's work on that shadow. That makes her nose. I'm sorry again if I do too much of this. Okay, so let me just pick another color. Try to modify it. Go into the greens. let's work a little bit more on the drawing. There will be more parts where you have to like to repaint, literally repaint things because things are not going well. And right now I think that there are some things that are not going well with my painting. And I need to think. What is happening? What is happening with this? Right? Okay. I just realized that there's some light that I haven't worked on some light that is in the shadow area. Yeah, because at the end there must be some light who's bouncing from another place to the girl. Now I want to go a little bit to the blue for this, especially for this part. let's go. I do not recommend to go with blacks on this part. Thinking what about a red? No, not a red, but some kind of crimson. Crimson. A crimson like this looks beautiful. I don't know why. And now let's think a little bit more about the lips. Well, maybe not. Maybe not that color. Let's do this. That's too big. That's too big. I think we're getting to the end of the study. Soon the video will finish. This first exploratory study of Sargent. Okay, let's add a little bit more of color. I don't know if what I'm about to do is correct. Honestly, I want to add some whitey, here, some light value here, lighter. There is something important that I have to add as well, and I haven't added it, but I'm gonna leave it at the end. I'm gonna leave it at the end of this. Okay. for the color of the hair, I think I want to go with something more ashy, like ashes. I'm trying to retake the drawing again. Alright. So after some corrections and realizing that I was not recording like for 20 minutes, I am back. And I did a lot of process. Unfortunately, I'm a noob in this world of editing, honestly. So It's like I didn't record like for 20 minutes, unfortunately. But you didn't miss much. I was just making corrections. Corrections to different aspects of the painting. I really apologize for this. Fortunately, and it happens a lot in painting as well, you learn from errors. Mhm. So right now I'm going to pick some color here. I'm trying to find a specific brush that I've got that it can actually help me to paint this easier, but I cannot find it. Probably this one is gonna be enough. Let's erase this. Okay. I'm going to I need to make it a little bit darker. Yeah. I'm gonna just go to my simple one. There are some brushes who have beautiful textures and they play with color dynamics and other things you can use in your studies as well. You can actually play with the contrast. and the highlights. Why not? It's a beautiful emulation of traditional painting. The traditional brushstrokes. And it's a way to experiment with the differences between edges that we're gonna work with in a moment. Okay, let me just get some blue. Beautiful blue. Let's find something a little bit more white for the eye. Not that much. Okay. Let's put a little bit more of attention to this headwear. Mm-hmm. I'm going with something more normal now, more basic. Okay, let's flip the painting a bit to check on some issues. do some corrections. I was talking about her nose la last time, and when I say last time, I mean because I was not recording that moment. So I was saying that she has a beautiful nose. And I want to correct that. Okay, let's go a little bit closer. So to finish this painting, I want to just make some corrections, and I think this is my favorite part of the painting process, because in this one I can play with the accents, play with the different touch ups. So let's find some good funny color to give a little bit more of life to my painting, to my study. Um, just allow me to find something that is a bit more lighter for the lip. This lip isn't light side, so we need light here. And I had to reinterpret the color of some features, because as I told you before, the original painting has a lot of yellow. It's a really old painting, so we can say, if you want to think in that way, that probably we're kind of making a process of creation to this painting. And let me get another kind of brush here to play with. Probably this is not the best one to play with, but it's gonna give it a little bit more of effect. At the end, digital effect. And I'm gonna hide this side a little bit with the background. Now, there is something of this painting that I want to add as well, but it's really difficult. And I don't know how can I make it? Probably this one. It's, it's like her hand. Or maybe not hand, not her hand. Sorry, it's probably some kind of decoration on her coat. And let's just add some details here. There is something that I want to add as well. A couple of things to finish this. let's add a little bit more of as I call it, the chroma. Chroma. Okay. Let's go. Let's lower it a little bit more. Okay. And now a little bit of orange here. Harder. Harder. Okay. And this two little dots here. Speculars. Let's change the brush. That's too big. No, I'm not gonna add that here because I will mess up with all of the value range. But you can add some, you can add some details, just tiny details to create some contrast and shapes. But you gotta be really economical with this and know exactly where to put them. Like this way. Because in this case we're not using pressure, we're just using the raw hard brush stroke. Okay. Let's correct this a little bit. No, let's go with another, with something more soft. Softer. Yeah, a little bit of the background on this background, and okay. Do you think she's looking at us or not? Probably not. And that means a problem of drawing. But you can make it with practice. You can improve all the time with practice. I think that's enough for the video of today. And I hope you like this study of Violet Sargent, 1886. And I hope to see you guys in the next painting. Thank you very much.